This is Puerto Vallarta living.
Yeah.
Melissa is leaving Colorado and moving her 2 kids and yoga business to her dream locale of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
My sister passed away, and that became my motivation.
She's a single mom raising 2 children in a foreign country, and that's tough. So you ready to move in?
I don't think so. We want it all.
I was worried about that. Usually what clients think they want and what they wind up buying are 2 different things.
I don't know, yeah. Would like to try the pistachio. Por favor. Thank you so much. This looks great. I've been coming to Puerto Vallarta since I was 19 years old. I've been bringing my children to Mexico since they were really young. William, he's 7. And then on the other hand, I have a daughter who's 14. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. I grew up with a mother who was an entrepreneur. She owned a lot of real estate. I was taught that it was really important to put your money into things you can touch and feel, such as property. And I was investing in property by the time I was 19. I'm ready for something new. And it was always my idea, oh, later I'll move to Mexico.
After a family tragedy, Melissa decided that it was time to relocate to Mexico full-time.
My sister passed away, and I realized, like, someday might not happen. Currently, I teach yoga, so I can do that online and then have in-person trainings. My daughter has some hesitancy. It's a big change. My son is listo, he's ready. I think it's a solid bet. I'm hoping it works out beautifully, but it's an unknown. There's no reason I can't do what I was doing in Colorado in Puerto Vallarta. I don't have a plan for it not working out.
Melissa, she's a go-getter. And I can tell she's a tough, cool lady. For her to pick up her bags and come down here, I salute her courage. Puerto Vallarta is a great place to raise your family. It's not just a touristy area, but there are a lot of suburbs, a lot of communities and areas that are booming and growing. People opening up businesses, reestablishing their families. You said you've been coming down here since you were 19?
Yeah.
So for 5 years?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
thank you.
Vallarta has become the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And the real estate market has just basically mimicked the popularity of the city.
We're a unique family. We like something interesting about the architecture and also the neighborhood.
Okay.
We're hoping for lots of windows. I'm a yoga instructor, and I hope I find a home that might have a space where I can teach yoga.
Do you want this place to be furnished, unfurnished?
Furnished is great.
And how many bedrooms and baths are you thinking?
Minimum 3 beds, minimum 2 baths. Really do want a view. Ocean, mountain, and city views.
So which one of the 3 do you want?
We want it all.
I was worried about that. And how much are you thinking of investing?
$450,000.
Okay. What's causing a lot of concern for me is the word unique. That can mean anything. My strategy in showing Melissa this house, number 1 for me is she wants something unique. This house I'm gonna show right now is called a boathouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 3 bedrooms with 2.5 baths. You wanted views, you got views, every type of view you could imagine, you have it from this house. However, in terms of price, we did have to wiggle upwards towards $465,000.
I
that a
was
happy
really
spot?
hoping to stay around 450.
You're gonna see it's really cool. It's,
Well,
it's a very different house.
Let's check it out.
Yep. Almost there.
Woo, that's a lot of stairs.
Yeah. Good workout, huh?
Feel the burn. This is a big space. I really like the shape of this.
Now you can see why it's called a boathouse, right?
Yeah, they're like little porthole windows.
Yeah. The owners recently renovated, so you've got the granite counters, stainless steel appliances.
Okay, so no oven.
Yes, apparently the current owner is not big on cooking, so you don't have an oven.
There are a lot of stairs.
But you'll see why in a few minutes. So So my question to you is, which lucky kid's gonna get this room?
This would be Jordan.
Yeah?
She will love the view.
And you have a huge terrace outside. Okay, so if that's Jordan's room, this would be probably Will's room, right?
Yeah. I really do like these built-ins. There's a lot of storage. It is a little small.
Well, let me show you the main bedroom. We have one more floor to go, if you can believe that. More stairs.
Dun, dun, dun.
I hope there's a bottle of water up here for us. And of course, this would be your room. Not cool?
Look at these windows. I love seeing the mountains and the ocean and the city.
And of course, you have the bathroom around the corner as well.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh, this is a nice size.
Really nice size.
Yeah, it looks like I could even put another sink in here.
Yeah. There is a bonus here as well. We love our bonuses.
Do I have to take stairs?
Yeah, no, we're done with stairs. However, you do have to step outside because look what you have out here.
Oh, Tanya.
You got a nice
pool.
little pool.
This is nice.
You didn't ask for this, but you're getting it.
Feels good.
Feels great. And it has a lot of, outdoor space as well. So for your yoga meditation,
Oh, definitely doing yoga out here.
I mean, just out here by the pool. I don't think I can show you any more here. I mean, you've seen
This
it all.
place is massive.
Yeah.
It is unique.
Yeah.
I really love the shape. I love these wraparound porches. The views are amazing. It is a lot of stairs. Tanya hit the unique button. I really loved the architecture. I'm just not sure about having the children downstairs and the main bedroom upstairs. Will's room's a little small. I also am a little concerned about the price point.
There are a lot of thoughts going through Melissa's head right now. I mean, she really thought she wanted a big house, and now she's kind of, I think, rethinking all of that.
None of this was here when I started coming when I was like 19. And I used to stay at the end.
Melissa needs enough space for her kids and her yoga business. But to get everything, she may need to spend more than she anticipated.
Her hands are full, her mind is full. I learned one thing for sure. She knows what she wants. As an outsider, you want to move here with the kids.
Right.
You want to have a business. So, I mean, this place is going to serve it's going to have multiple purposes, right?
So I mean,
Yeah.
for $15,000, you get the little dipping pool. All of the floors having that outdoor space is just
Big
amazing.
plus. Well, I think it's kind of clear which way you ought to go.
I think it's the boathouse.
Yeah, I think that's a great choice. I think I ordered those. You ordered this.
Come on, Fred. Let's go for a walk. Life in Puerto Vallarta has been a complete adventure. We've been so welcomed here. I'm very close with my children. It's even made us closer. They're learning several different languages in their schools. I feel like it's been really great for my kids.
Get him.
I love this house.
Come on, buddy.
Jason and Leticia live the bohemian life in New Orleans.
Here's a trumpet in the background.
He's an American musician and carpenter. She's a French dancer and masseuse.
It's not too hard.
And though the Big Easy's charm is unmistakable, their master plan is to raise their son Felix in the bucolic French countryside. But with modest savings, do they really know what they're getting themselves into?
Ooh. If my heart wasn't working before, it's going now, huh?
Find out as House Hunters explores
Good, nice garden.
the south of France.
I know somebody's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who was playing in the orchestra, who happened to be French, had a friend of his coming in town and asked me if I wanted to go out and have a few drinks with the French girl. And here we are, 12 years later?
Écoutez-moi. I really want that Felix go to school in France.
Benny a envie d'aller dehors. Il en a
He's 4 years old now, so it's time to start school, and we think France is a better choice for him. A big point is that the healthcare everything's free.
Si on joue à courir autour de la mare?
I've been playing the trumpet now for about 25 years. Here in New Orleans, I've had to kind of shift my career to bring in money, and I've been renovating houses. But in France, there's a possibility where I could really make my living just playing the trumpet.
You want some pasta? I'm a dancer, and I'm learning massage too, with some cheese in it. I'm gonna go on to do that in France. I think there is more opportunity for me.
Oh, I'm gonna miss him. I mean, we've been hanging out so many years, and we had some good times in New Orleans, but we're just trying to see him off in style. Laissez les bon temps rouler on all that. Let the good times roll.
Leaving New Orleans is bittersweet as Jason and Leticia make the 4,900-mile journey to Toulouse. From there, they'll head east to the hilly, rural interior of southern France. Change comes slowly to these small villages. Farming is a way of life, just their speed. They've done their research, targeting the area around the town of Castres.
Okay, your family, all the families come. Good, good.
Estate agent Steve Fizet has been a star in the region's growing real estate market for over 10 years. He's cleared his busy schedule for what promises to be an interesting house hunt.
So what kind of type of house are you looking for?
Well, the price we're looking at is around 80,000 euros.
Euro, yeah, it's almost...
Which is $100,000.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're looking for a house very clean, perfect?
I have a little bit of experience with renovations, so maybe something to keep the price down, something that needs a little work.
Yeah, but not too much.
Okay.
Yeah, like no more than like 30 minutes from Castres.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to be too far from...
Too far, 20 minutes maximum. Good, good, good. So, 2 rooms, it's okay for you or need more?
Yeah,
2 to 3.
Okay.
Definitely a garden, yeah.
Okay. What kind of type of color garden? You want a nice view, or you want something very quiet, or?
More quiet with not too many neighbors.
Yeah, something awesome but cheap.
Okay. Okay. Good idea.
For 4-year-old Felix, this dairy farm near Castres, France, is pure magic. And it's just what Jason and Leticia want him to experience here. As Felix gets his first taste of fresh milk, it's on with the house hunt.
Look at the street. It's a private street, so...
No traffic?
No, not traffic, no.
Okay.
This time, half an hour east of Castres, in the village of Castelnau-de-Brassac.
So, welcome. Here we are in front of the country house.
Yeah, it's beautiful view.
It's very nice. The seller started to renovate the house,
Yeah.
but he didn't finish.
Okay.
Okay.
The price, it's at 50,000 euro.
What's that, like $60,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost, yeah. Inside, you have electricity.
It's all hooked up.
Yeah. You can see. Okay.
Yeah. You have the garden just on back, so it's very nice for this. Okay.
Yeah, that's not big, huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit smaller than the other place.
You can do maybe your kitchen there.
We have to do everything.
I see there's some electric that's been run. The space is a little bit smaller than the other place, but I like the fact that everything's wide open and we can really kind of do our own plans.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice wood
Yeah.
floor. I like how they left these showing, huh?
Very nice. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a little more finished here.
Yeah, than the other
Still
place.
work to
than
do,
the stone
but
house,
Yeah.
seems like it's a little bit
Coat of
further along.
paint.
Go in the bedroom.
Okay,
This is a big one, yeah?
That's super cute, isn't it?
Yeah, just have to finish some few things, and after it's all ready.
Okay.
The most of job are downstairs.
And I really like that they left these trees showing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Is it? Yeah. There is another bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 2-bedroom?
Yeah.
It's super cute. No?
This could be just fine for Felix.
For Felix, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's kind of small, no?
I think for Felix, it's perfect. He can bed. It's very
A little
nice.
storage, put in some closets in here.
I don't know about that. Ooh, tiny, tiny.
Well, you got a bathtub.
Yeah.
You can take a bath and look at the stars at night, huh?
Okay, okay. Let me try. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So,
Okay, let's go. Bye,
check out
ladies.
the outside?
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
so downstairs we have a bathroom too. You can make a studio or apartment or look at this.
Okay,
Already a bathroom
another
all set up
bathroom.
to it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, okay.
That's nice. Yeah, you could make it kind of like a guest area or, you know, practice the trumpet.
Yeah.
You can imagine what you want to do. Upstairs, you see the stars, and downstairs...
You see the dirt.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, they already got a
Look at this.
garden.
Yeah, nice garden.
I know somebody's gonna be happy.
Yeah. When I saw the land, I was really happy of the fact that there is already a garden made.
The electric's hooked up already. Private road. The roof is redone.
But it's kind of small.
I don't know. I think the country house is a little expensive for the work that still needs to be done. But
Yeah.
maybe we could talk with Steve and the owner and get him to drop the price down a little bit. This place is 245 million years old. Did you know that, Felix? Pretty awesome, huh?
House hunters Jason and Laetitia are moving to the south of France. One reason is to expose their son Felix to French culture. And the giant rock formations of Le Cidobre are a welcome bonus.
Yeah?
But they still need to find a home.
You're moving a piece of wood. Let me try. Oh! No. Hi.
Jason, Laetitia, and Felix Licau put New Orleans in the rearview mirror
Look at the horses, dude.
for the hope of a simpler life in the south of France. Their budget of $100,000, including renovation costs, is tiny, but real estate agent Steve Fizet has succeeded in finding 3 places that at least come close to matching their needs.
We need to make a decision here.
House 2 is a partially renovated 2-bedroom farmhouse in a quiet location, but it's the farthest from the town of Castres.
Oh, I love it. I love it because it's so quiet, so peaceful.
You got the vegetable garden right behind the place.
Oh, they already got a garden. But you need to work on this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of work still to be done, you know. And it's far from everything. We're gonna be driving a lot if we do that, you know.
Exactly. I really love that it's really peaceful and Felix can just play outside, take the bike, and we have to worry about nothing.
But it's, you know, quite a bit of work that's gonna take a while, you know. Let's make a decision. What do you want to do?
I want to choose this one. I want to choose a country house.
Country house? Yeah. Let's buy the country house.
You're gonna do the work?
I'm gonna do the work.
Okay.
Allez.
Country house. Félix, on va prendre des radis?
Jason and Laetitia took House 2 off the grateful seller's hands for $55,000, leaving a healthy $45,000 for the renovation. 5 months later, and lots has changed, especially for Felix. For one, he's always welcome at the neighbor's farm.
That's the rooster, watch out.
How's the renovation going?
Hey, welcome back.
We're not quite as far along as we wanted to be. We're still living in the mobile home, but let's check it out. Oh, yeah, it's nice inside, huh?
Almost done.
It's turning out to be a little bit bigger of a project than you foresee.
Okay, so the thing's gonna be here.
The
here.
sink?
Yeah. All the cupboards here. We call it American kitchen here.
Yeah, cuisine américaine.
Yeah.
You know, you see it and you're like, yeah, I can do that. I got it. And then you start doing it and you're like, man, something that you looked at and you're like, yeah, it's gonna take me a week.
Double it.
Upstairs is where we're trying to get a lot of stuff done right now.
There is the electric.
We have electric.
Yeah.
This was one of my first big experiences of taping up sheetrock. And this will be the master bedroom, which is basically the first place that we want to get done so that we can move in.
Yeah.
I want to finish my room.
You want to finish your room first?
Where you gonna put your bed? Where you wanna sleep? Up?
What, like a bunk bed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So it's not completely done, but at least since we got the water, we can take baths.
We put the word out that we were looking for a sink. A friend of ours found it in the forest. We cleaned it up, and we're gonna put it in. You know, for Felix living in the country, it's great. He gets to play with bugs, and he's got some fishing skills now.
Yeah, good one.
It's nice because you don't really have to be a super fisherman.
Yeah, I got one.
To leave.
Here. You see this?
Live on the Boogie Shack, you're listening to J Boogie.
Jay is leaving Providence, hoping to turn his passion for house music into a career in radio on the island of Koh Phangan, Thailand.
We're getting ready for the full moon tonight. I came here to party. It looks like MTV Cribs, but I have a max budget, $750. I still have high expectations anyway.
It's a studio.
I was looking for a one-bedroom.
Jay loves to complain.
The color gray could get depressing. I'm sacrificing everything for this dream. Better be perfect.
That's impossible.
I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island. It is a small city. Everyone kind of knows each other. In high school, I would tell my mother that I was going to a drive-in movie theater to watch a double feature. There were no double features going on. I was going to party. I am definitely a traveler. I'm a free spirit. At times, I'm crazy. I spent a couple years living in Ibiza, Spain. And that's where I started doing social media.
And as his following grew, so did his ambitions.
I thought maybe I can work as a personality for a living because I am not a 9-to-5 type of guy. Back in Rhode Island, for the last few years, I've been working for a telecommunications company, saving as much as I could. I thought about moving back to Ibiza, but rents went through the roof. I needed some bang for my buck.
Jay broadened his search worldwide and discovered a job lead in Thailand.
Everyone always told me, you have a great voice, you should consider working in radio. And that's what I decided to pursue.
Hello, Mike. Come in.
I knew there was a scene in Koh Phangan. I had no idea it was this wild. I stayed there for a month, fell in love right away. There is some opportunities as an on-air personality. I'm gonna take a shot. We're on Full Moon Radio.
Full Moon Radio, Koh Phangan.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done. I sold my car, I quit my job. It's an impulsive decision, but sometimes you have to jump and take a chance and see what happens. I feel like Koh Phangan is what Ibiza was 25 years ago in terms of party destination. Oh, this is so me.
You feel the
this
breeze?
This is so me. Koh Phangan is known as the party island, and it's also the home of the infamous full moon party, which is absolutely crazy. Happens here in Koh Phangan once a month on the night of the full moon, no matter what day of the week that is. And it's kind of what feeds the island. So you get about 30,000 people that storm the beach. It's amazing.
If you want to be one of us, then you need to be there.
I have to be at the full moon party.
Exactly, that's right.
Any other secrets?
Although Koh Phangan gets a mass influx of partygoers once a month, there's another 353 days of tropical paradise, and investors are taking notice.
During the COVID time, Koh Phangan became very popular when many people running away from big city just to have their own paradise. So the market is busy. There's a lot of construction.
I have no clue what I'm getting into other than the fact that I've got big expectations and not much money.
What is the number one thing?
I would love to live close to the beach.
How close?
As close as possible.
Okay. But you want a privacy?
Absolutely. Somewhere a little bit quiet. I'm looking for a one-bedroom. I'd also like a bathroom with a divider that'll stop the water from getting everywhere. I would love some outdoor space with a swimming pool, maybe.
You're looking for a furnished house?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like a fully workable kitchen with an oven.
Anything else?
I'd also like to have a good view.
Okay.
Do you think you could get me, like, that place over there?
Which is your budget?
$750.
Definitely no. Sorry.
Oh, you're not off to a good start.
Is a roommate an option for you?
I'd rather not. Rhode Island is very comfortable. It is the smallest state, and oddly enough, no one leaves. It's not that my life in Providence wasn't working so much anymore. It's probably that I just needed a sense of adventure. And what better place than Thailand? Now, this isn't dangerous, right?
Not really.
My biggest fear, honestly, is my work situation. What if they don't like me? being so far away from the US. I've lived abroad before, but this is far. My mom asked, are the police looking for you? I was like, for what? She was like, I don't know, like, why would you go all the way to Thailand? No, there's no police involved. Not that I know of anyway. Whew. Talk about a friggin' workout. It's wicked hard to get up on that board. I came here for e-foiling, but I'm kind of just e-failing right now.
Jay is eager to succeed professionally in Thailand.
Full Moon Radio, click in. Alex is going live at 2:30.
He's also got big ideas for his house search, as Lee has come to find out.
Jay is a very nice person and he full of passion.
Do you go out to any of the nightclubs?
Not really into it at the moment, but also he loves to complain.
Koh Phangan's surge in popularity has caused developments to spring up farther inland. So not only will Lee's next option be a longer walk to the beach, but to get him more Western standards, he'll have to share the space with actual Westerners.
It comes with the 2 roommates.
Don't know if I'm quite ready to actually do that.
I think it's worth it anyway.
What about all this construction going on?
Wow, there are always a new project coming up because Koh Phangan is very popular at the moment. I think it will take about 3 or 4 months maximum.
They're not going to be doing all this construction all night long, right?
No, it's only allowed to do 9 to 5, so you don't have to be worried about the evening. Wow. See?
Oh my God.
It's about 30-minute walking distance to the beach, but you got the pool.
And it's an infinity pool.
It's beyond your expectation.
I would have never thought from those stairs that this is all hit. Wow. I could totally imagine myself having like parties out here. That's amazing. There's got to be something you're not telling me.
It's $800 a month.
Oh.
But you will have your own studio downstairs, the entire floor for yourself.
My grandmother always said, if something seems too good to be true,
Trust me.
probably is. Wow.
Hey, John. This
Okay.
is Jay.
Nice to meet you, Jay.
meet you, John.
He's looking for a place to move here on the island.
Excellent.
Man, this kitchen is amazing.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have it. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Very
you
beautiful
are,
spot.
mate.
Well, I've got to rush out to work now. Mikasa, Sukasa.
I definitely do not want to be dealing with roommates again, but he seems cool. Look at the view.
Yeah, it's very secluded. You don't even need to pass the main house just to get into the studio. Here you are, Jay.
Wally, now we're talking. Let me do the bed test. It's a little bit firm.
Okay. What do you think about the interior design?
I love the bamboo furniture. It's, oh man, but the color gray throughout the whole house could get depressing, no?
Stop. His is more focused on the negative. You get your own kitchen down here too.
It's definitely workable. Nice size refrigerator, I like that, and the freezer too. And oh, there's a bottle of tequila.
What do you think about the size of the bathroom?
It's definitely big enough.
You get a separate dry and wet area.
This is everything that I could have wished for, except for the construction.
Jay is so on this place. And I'm a little bit concerned. I thought he will love it.
For the most part, I absolutely do. The house is badass. The infinity pool is phenomenal. And the view is sick. It would be so spot on if it just wasn't for the construction. Do I want to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to hammering? Like, that's just torture. Price is $50 over what I wanted to spend, and I'm not crazy about having roommates. I didn't think at this stage of my life that I would do that. Also, the distance to get to the beach. A 30-minute walk, that's kind of a turnoff.
I can think of one place closer to the beach, but it's more sacrifice that he needs to make. That's life.
I was getting very bored in Rhode Island. It was time for a new adventure.
Jay is a self-proclaimed house music junkie, hoping to seize an opportunity as a radio DJ in the emerging party island of Koh Phangan, Thailand.
But now that I'm here, I'm having some second thoughts.
The massive uptick in demand on the island has caused prices to skyrocket, creating trade-offs that Jay didn't see coming.
You need to deal with the good and the bad and the ugly here.
Lee, I could absolutely 100% deal with roommates to have that infinity pool. Party house.
Okay.
Koh Phangan has its ups and downs, but for the most part, I really, really like it here. It's one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had in my life. And with construction being complete, I'm able to enjoy it a lot more. I've made amazing friends. I've also got some new job experiences with Full Moon Radio. Live on the Bookie Shack. It's a beautiful day in paradise, and I'm glad I'm here. The roommate situation I always thought would be difficult for me to adjust to, but it's not because I have almost a separate apartment. This is completely a dream for me.
Mark convinced his wife, Amanda, to put their life on hold in Los Angeles to develop his fitness business in Tulum.
Setting up a business here, I've got to be here.
I want to feel like I'm not downgrading my lifestyle.
In Africa, when you kill your first animal, you got to eat the heart.
This is so cool.
Is it a house?
It's a pod.
I would love to be close to town, something turnkey.
I want to be a little bit further out of town.
I love Mark, but he would be the only person I would see.
I like to have a vision in my head and then realize the vision. So I'm going to have to sort of bring her into the way I see things playing out.
This is not over.
Hey, baby, come jump on.
I'm from the great nation of Zimbabwe. I grew up on a farm, that closeness to nature. That's where I really felt a synchronicity with Mexico.
Mark and I met in a grocery store in Las Vegas. We've been together for 8 years, married for 2. Mark likes a challenge.
I'm the one running, like on a cord, and she's like this with the, you know.
It's a full-time job. I grew up in a small coastal town in Maine. And so what attracted me to Tulum was kind of that small town, slower pace of life. We do have very busy, intense lives in LA. I'm in the entertainment industry, and it's castings, it's driving, it's all over the place. 4 years ago, on my birthday, Mark took me to Tulum, got engaged here, and we fell in love with it.
We came back, and we came back again. It was always like coming to take vacations. I started to see there was a lot of stuff happening here, a lot, in terms of health and fitness. I've been in the fitness business all my life. So through that, just naturally morphed into me taking on more of a business angle as well as loving it. So since then, I've developed a fitness concept specific for commercial space. So setting up a business here, I've got to be here.
It is a significant financial investment that we're making. And there's definitely stake in this working out.
Amanda's a lot more cautious than me. I think the point in the beginning is maybe to look for something smaller and then expand upon that.
I'm more grounded and realistic. I'm looking for an upscale interior, top quality finishes.
I'm taking notes.
Would be great to have a spare room for other people to stay.
I would describe Tulum as a complete mixture. It's very bohemian. People come here for the beach. You have a lot of people that are into yoga, healthy eating, the health and fitness. I think that will go really well for him. I've spoken to them over the years many times. They've never been able to agree. How long have you been here this time? I know you're finally ready to put down some roots here and look for a property.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I would love to be close to town, close to the beach.
Okay. Some civilization.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. You know, modern amenities, something turnkey.
No big projects.
No projects. No. Ready to go. Beautiful.
Okay.
I want to be a little bit further out of town.
Okay.
I want some land. We want to just start small and expand upon that. Are we looking at spending $250,000?
Okay.
2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay. Everything in Tulum has increased in value, in price. Would you consider a 1-bedroom? What is it you're looking for now?
I think we've discussed that too. I think initially this is a feet wetting process.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be against it.
Okay. I think Mark might be easier to please, but he's got a dream. And it's kind of the opposite of what Amanda wants, so that's going to be the biggest challenge. All this area, everything is new, so that's why there's so many opportunities for businesses here.
Look how much it's grown. Look at the plants down the side. Like,
amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Fitness guru Mark's entrepreneurial spirit is fueling a move to Tulum for him and his wife, Amanda. But building a fitness equipment business in a foreign country isn't the biggest challenge.
I'm a little bit hesitant, so I'm looking for something that I'm going to feel comfortable in.
Getting back to the way I grew up in Africa, amongst wild animals, I didn't quite realize it at the time, but I'd had a golden experience.
He has a lot of ideas. On good days, adventurous. On not good days, crazy.
Amanda's like the easiest person in the world to get along with. I think she's smiling 99% of the time.
As long as you get me coffee.
Yeah, well, I got you coffee this morning.
I'm not going to get a fright.
Mark he might live in LA right now, but he's completely from Africa. You know, he just loves the jungle and nature, and he has a big dream, you know, of what he wants, and it wants it to be jungle and nature and, you know, a little bit more remote. And Amanda is an LA girl. She wants some creature comfort.
Oh, what? Wow.
It's gonna be hard because she's compromisable, but she's also very strong-willed. I think I'm good at making a case, but to actually get her to be behind me on it is gonna take a lot of work.
In the hair too, is okay?
Yeah, sure.
This is so cool.
I don't want to feel isolated. I obviously need to make new friends. I need to be in community with people so I can start to make connections in a new place. We're going to be able to come to some type of conclusion, but it won't be without challenges. I have never lived anywhere outside of the States. I've done a lot of traveling, but I cannot say that I've owned a property or considered home anywhere outside of the States.
We're going to see something that's completely different to anything you've ever seen before.
Delilah, now you're talking. Now I'm excited.
Mark's very specific that he wants to be more in the jungle. Whether he can convince Amanda or not, that's a different story. It's very trendy here. People are paying for this. People are paying to be able to be away from everything.
Wow.
Wow.
Dee, this is so cool.
I knew you would love this,
I
Mark.
love it. I love it.
You wanted nature. You wanted to be surrounded by nature. This is it. This is a pool that's been built out of the rock.
Yeah,
So it's a natural pool.
You don't have to show me anything. I love it.
Calm down.
I love it.
But is it a house?
It's a pod.
It's a pod.
What does
It's
that
like
mean?
a studio.
It's not my vision. It's definitely Mark's vision, and this is totally his speed.
The actual pod is 270 square feet of interior.
That's small.
Yeah, it is, but you're getting all this space for expansion. So you can have outdoor decks, you can have lots of exterior living, yeah?
Or build a house.
Yeah.
Price?
210,000.
I love it. I think you've hit me every nail on the head.
Hold on,
And
we haven't even seen it. I think you should calm down a little bit.
the whole mirror facade kind of reminded me of, like, you know, in Africa when you see a cheetah or something in the bush and you can't make it out from the background, you know what I mean? And then suddenly you see it. It's wood stunning, Delilah.
Yeah, this is actually Estonian oak. So this pod actually comes from Estonia, already built.
All done.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the pod. It's all glass, okay? So
Stunning.
you can see out, but nobody can see in. On the other side, it's all reflective glass.
Beautiful.
Okay? You have your kitchenette here, just like a studio. You have a small bathroom here, beautiful shower, where if you have a shower, you can, it's like being outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Well, I like the concept. I think it's unique, but this just is way too small. It just feels like a box.
I mean, the only thing that makes it feel a little bigger maybe is because you've got all this glass, so, you know, you're looking at the jungle. It's like being sitting right in the middle of the jungle.
It's kind of, for me, it's like you're the outside in. So obviously you're going to see birds, there's animals in there.
Oh,
right?
you can, yeah, of course. There's jaguars, there's monkeys, there's all kind of wild birds. You have
Deer.
You have deer.
Deer.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's Africa for me. Again, I'm in.
Yeah, the African adventurer is going to love this place. There's something else I want to show you outside. There's actually an observation deck where you can see all of the jungle from up above. You just go on up and I'll meet you down here by the pool.
Okay.
He tends to like projects. I could see how the land could be developed. I mean, there's plenty of land. I thought it was a cool concept, like maybe stay for a night or a visit, but not something I want to live in. Nice and green up here.
She's green. I think it's more than that. It's absolutely stunning. There's a couple things she wasn't happy about. So I'm going to have to sort of negotiate and see if I can bring her into the way I see things playing out. For me, it's the seed. I want to grow a beautiful tree. I think you absolutely nailed it on the head. The natural pool, the uniqueness. I love that pod concept with the mirror. I know I'm gonna have to compensate a little bit here. I can tell.
A lot.
But it's a project. I think that the price point leaves some money on the table.
For me, it's just too remote. It's not near the beach, not near town, no shops, no restaurants, all the fun things that I like to do. I love Mark, but he would be the only person I would see. And it does feel very small, the pod. I know that there's room to expand at some point, but it feels small.
What I thought about proposing to you was, I'm very happy to create other things on the property that will then ease into what you want. In other words, put up another pod or build a home. And then we can revisit it like in 6 months. But give me the opportunity to at least come and show you that we can do it. I'll build a kitchen on the back. And
I want you to build another house.
Okay, so we'll cheers on that. Okay?
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
Na zdrowie.
I don't know what that means.
Cheers in Russian.
Okay.
In Africa, when you kill your first animal, you got to eat the heart, raw.
This is still feeling a little bit like vacation. I don't think I've totally unpacked my life here yet.
Viva la Mexico!
Based on what Mark's been able to accomplish so far, I have faith in him. He loves it, he's having fun with it, so I'm excited to see what he does.
We added a kitchen, a little cocina in the back, palapa style. It's just a very simple life, and I like it.
Up with Halbert, up with sword, up with Noble by the Lord. Get the kill no word. Follow me up to Carlo.
I am of Irish extraction on both sides of my family, and there's something about Irish music that stirs me inside.
History too, right? You like the history too?
Oh yeah. Okay, now the Gambison.
After we were married, we were talking with this guy. He was telling me about this medieval reenactment group. It was pretty cool, and we started joining this group and going out, and we had events in castles. So the Society for Creative Anachronism is a worldwide organization. We are members of that. Our kids have been brought up in the SCA.
Yep, he's ready to rock and roll.
We were on a trip to Ireland with friends, so I started thinking about castles in Ireland, and could be ranging from dilapidated pile of rocks to fully done up into the $1.5 million range. So we're trying to juggle something already done, something not done.
Spending money now has certain caveats attached to it. To have an outlay of any appreciable size would require financing of some sort.
If we can use the space for other people to participate in, that's really the interest. Some people dream of visiting these places but would never consider buying one. So that is a whole different journey. Welcome to Wexford, guys. This is the sunny southeast.
Lovely.
Auctioneer Helen Cassidy will take her clients across all of Ireland in search of the perfect castle.
If you're thinking of buying a castle in Ireland, they can be very reasonable. Castle dreams can come true on every budget. You're purchasing a piece of history, and that's why one would say it's a slower market, because perhaps it doesn't suit a particular person, but a person who does, literally nothing will stop them purchasing that castle.
Well, we need to live somewhere. Castle needs to be livable for us, and so we obviously need 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, and something that we could have some events in, because we do medieval reenactment.
That sounds very exciting.
Castles really should have all the medieval bits and pieces.
We're going to have some fun.
I definitely want fireplaces.
What we'd also like is castle curb appeal, something that really gives the impression that you're entering the medieval era.
I also want a vault.
You have a good long checklist. So have you thought of a budget?
We don't really want to spend more than $900,000, and that would be if we were able to rent it out or do some way to recoup the investment.
I have great plans for Liz and Gordon on their castle road trip round Ireland. My plan is to show everything from a pile to a palace. And let's see what happens. Sigginstown Castle is a ruinous medieval dwelling, but it's very, very attractive in terms of medieval artifacts. This is Sigginstown Castle.
This is amazing, Gordon. Look at this
Wow.
place.
What do you think?
This is definitely a fixer-upper, and I like it. It's pretty cool.
So, Helen, what can you tell me about this building here?
The whole property's on about 5.5 acres.
That's a lot of land. I mean, these are great fields here. I like this. Very flat. We could do camping events here, too.
The list price is $250,000.
For me, the price is right, and we could really manage the cost this way.
I don't know how many bathrooms or bedrooms are in it. That's all in the future.
It's hard to say with a ruin, isn't it?
Well, the coins are all here. The battlements need a bit of work. It's exciting, but I don't know how much of a fixer-upper we want. This place is nice, but it's got a lot of work, and I just don't know if I'm ready for it or not.
This is the doorway, I guess. I think
sure,
it is.
it would be, yeah.
This feels like a great hall.
Sure does.
Doesn't it?
What a space. It's got a lot of possibilities. I mean, this wide open space.
This is a very cathedral-like feeling. We could do some bedrooms or something back there, you know, split part of it and have a kind of open hall plan in half of it. And I think over here we could also maybe see a gallery or something like that going up to the
Minstrel's
whole.
Gallery would be beautiful. I feel you're excited about this building, I really do. What about you, Gordon?
It is definitely a project, though. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work to get this up and running.
Can't wait to show you the older part. Come this way.
See, it's interesting, two doorways.
This way?
You all right there, dear?
Made it.
All right, good job. All right, Gordon.
This is a great space in here. It's got the corbels are all extant. The arches are still here.
I'm impressed that this is in very good shape. I don't think it would require a lot of renovation at all.
So much more light in here.
Very
Probably 'cause there's no
cool.
roof, but...
Look, 2 fireplaces, Gordon.
2? Wow.
It's really cool.
Well, I didn't see any murder holes coming in through the entrance there, but, you know, there is always the option of an oubliette.
There's a lot of stuff going on in here, and it's fun.
You know, Liz, this is not just plaster and a roof. This is years of floors and windows and walls and masonry, and I'm not sure I'm up for such a big project.
I know this feels daunting to you, but to me it feels exciting. It's an adventure.
Yeah. You don't have to be crazy to buy a castle in Ireland, but it sure helps.
Well, I want this castle to be an inspiration to you so that you can see what a true finished historic Irish castle can look like.
Auctioneer Helen Cassidy is leading her clients Liz and Gordon all across Ireland in search of their very own castle.
Standing in the shadow of these buildings that have been there for centuries, it's like I'm part of the whole flow of history. I know Sigginstown is affordable, but it could end up being a money pit, and it's going to come down to what's best for us and what can we handle from Connecticut.
I think it's doable. We'd have to do a full project plan on it, and we could do a bit at a time.
Sure, it's a blank canvas, but there's nowhere to live. It gives me the willies.
I see that building as being a great opportunity to renovate it, make it a very tranquil space.
All of a sudden, I'm seeing this dreamer.
I know it's a big project, but I do feel like it's the one for us.
You know, maybe the price of Vallarta is a little steep. I like the aura of Sigginstown, too. So make Sigginstown something that we can really, really go with.
So we're in for Sigginstown?
I think we're in for Sigginstown.
Sláinte. We've purchased Sigginstown Castle, and we couldn't be happier. Instead of just leaping ahead with our own design choices, we said, you know, let's see what some other people think. So we held a contest where basically anyone in university that wants to submit a design idea for Sigginstown Castle.
Margot, would you lay out for us exactly what you had in mind here?
I had a building in that part of the site.
We're probably talking about a 3 to 5 year project. We want to take our time. Okay, Ian, let's get this thing set up. We're losing light, and it's going to be a very chilly night if we don't have a tent to sleep in.
Pitching a tent is always a good idea.
So much fun.
This is funny. I never knew they had houseboats in Vancouver.
Steve was a blissful globe-trotting bachelor.
So I'm originally from the UK, and I moved to the US, and then I moved up to Vancouver, Canada.
Then he met Marlene.
Alvast bedankt. Doei. Seeing these houseboats here really makes me feel more homesick. I really want to go home.
I miss my family and I miss my friends and I miss Amsterdam.
Before long, it was time to set sail again. This time for her neck of the woods.
I've got a great offer on the table. With this job offer, I need to learn Dutch within a year, and that's going to be quite interesting because it is quite a difficult language. Let's have a look at this one. This is quite a good one, this boat. Really like to move onto a houseboat just because it's just the ultimate Dutch thing. I mean, who wouldn't want to live on a boat in the centre of Amsterdam? This is the true boat. I like the shape. You can see the hull.
I don't have any friends living on a houseboat, so I don't know what the living is like.
Oh, what is that?
That's a marine toilet.
I'm not going to pump every time I go to the toilet.
It's a tremendous life change. Moving continents and moving onto a boat, changing jobs, changing everything.
While their belongings find their way across the Atlantic via boat, Steve and Marlene take off via jumbo jet, some 4,800 miles due east to Holland. What started as a small fishing village in the 12th century has blossomed into a bustling capital city, overflowing with old world charm and modern attitude. The city center is Amsterdam's cultural mecca, with more museums per square mile than any other city. Here, forget the cars. Bikes outnumber them 2 to 1. And over 1,200 bridges crisscross the city's 150-plus canals.
I think living on a houseboat has become really popular.
Finding a houseboat may be difficult because they have a deeded mooring which goes with it, and there's no more being given out in Amsterdam.
With less mooring permits, prices have gone up, so it's going to be a challenge.
The meeting set up in the Prinsengracht.
Real estate agent Charles Grayson knows all about sorting out Amsterdam's complicated houseboat market.
I've lived here about 8 years now, and our company focuses on expats, of which there are quite a few in Amsterdam. Do you know what the advantages and disadvantages are? For example, the noise that you'll get from the water and the tourists and the boats going by.
Tourists?
Things such as that.
Their $700,000 budget shouldn't be a problem for Charles, but getting them to agree will be a big one.
I want something with portholes. I want something that's a true boat.
I really want an ark that's more like a square house on the water.
But we can talk about those and the advantages and disadvantages of having a real boat versus a house ark. Okay, anything else?
I'd like something with a couple of bedrooms because of a lot of extended family who can come in and stay with us.
So I'd really like a place with a lot of outside space, so with a nice deck. And also not too far out of the center, the city. I prefer to have like an open kitchen or a big kitchen with a big table where everybody can sit. And
I don't know, that's asking for a lot.
Well, that's what you're hiring me for, so.
Love came calling, so Bachelor Steve is finally settling in the canals of Amsterdam.
Marlene is Dutch and comes from Holland, of course.
Komen jij en papa ons ophalen op Schiphol?
I want to get us on a houseboat.
A lot of people have this fantasy idea of what it's like to live on a houseboat. It's a very good idea for them to talk to some more people and do their research.
Excuse me. Can we ask you some questions about your boats?
He wants to go Dutch on a boat.
I want something with portholes. I want something that's a true boat. We're not sure what maintenance is necessary, what we need to do.
You have to take it out of the water every 4 to 6 years.
But she has other ideas.
I really want an ark.
Most of the arks will have a cement foundation and they require very little maintenance.
Real estate agent Charles Grayson is desperately working on a compromise.
Well, that's what you're hiring me for.
So far, he's found a boat for Steve big enough to hold a kitchen for Marlene.
What do you think, eh?
Yeah, I could cook on this.
But both agree it could use a little more charm. So on to House 2, just a short boat ride away in the Jordan district.
It's just beautiful. It's one of the best places to live in Amsterdam. The houseboat that we'll be seeing is actually right here. The smaller boat that we will see is an old cargo ship from 1905, so it has a lot of history to it. So the price of this one is 400,000 euros. And again, for the size, it might sound expensive, but the location is fantastic. The downside is that the space is very difficult to work with. One of the things you said you wanted was outdoor space. So you have a nice little deck here, as well as the area that we're standing on now.
It's quite big.
Wow. I like this.
Oh, look at the tower.
That bell will go off every 15 minutes, 24 hours a day. So if you have a hard time sleeping, that's something to think about.
We've got portholes like this. This is lovely. Look at that. Look at that view.
and the entrance into the houseboat. Please watch your head and also watch where you're walking. It's fairly steep. This is the real houseboat feel.
Yeah.
Great.
So this is the kitchen. There's a refrigerator here, storage, a sink. And
This is
actually,
nice.
you have an actual pump. Go ahead and pump away. There's your cold water. You have a cooktop just to the right of that.
Yeah.
The stove, I'm not really sure about. Might be a challenge to cook on that.
Is this considered a bedroom? This is a bit small. It's,
If you have guests and you need an extra space, that's what I would use it for, unless you have a lot of things and you want storage.
More steps. Well, this is bright.
Lots of light.
Skylights, portholes on the side.
Low ceilings, though.
It's a little bit low.
Can you deal with that?
I'm not hitting the ceiling yet.
Yeah, go over by the wall, see what you...
Wait till we get to the next room.
Oh.
You get lower?
We got the duck down real low. Watch your head. And you're gonna have to stay in the ducking position.
I can't even stand up.
Welcome to your master bedroom suite.
Wow.
I can only stand up here.
You can stand up there in the skylight area.
Yeah, is this really the master bedroom?
This is it. You wanted houseboat living, and this is it. You've got a...
This is serious.
Very low ceiling.
It's actually quite a big room, but certainly not height-wise.
You think you could live here?
I don't know. This one we'll have to think about.
So what'd you think?
It's different.
Yeah?
It's a real boat, no doubt about that. It's a bit noisier than the other area, so that's a little bit of a negative.
There's lots of boats passing by, filled with tourists.
Steve is giving up Canada and cars for boats, bikes,
I thought there weren't any hills in Holland.
and a new life with girlfriend Marlene in Amsterdam.
To stay on the right side, Steve. You're not in England, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna start following the Dutch way of life. That alone is gonna be quite interesting. Okay, coming around.
Yoo-hoo!
Go for the small one.
We're gonna go for the small one.
Small boat. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
You really have a sense of freedom on this boat, and it's you have a lot of outside space. That was exactly what we wanted.
Oh, nice cup of tea. We were quite happy with the price we got for it. We actually negotiated down to $375, so it was quite a good thing.
This is how we get into our kitchen. It's where we sit and have our breakfasts and dinners with candlelight.
And I looked at this wall thinking I wanted to put a sort of nice brass ship's clock up here, but what happened was when I stood back, I looked out the porthole and you can see the tower and you can actually see the clock, so it's just I like the idea of actually accidentally seeing that clock.
This is the lounge.
We're still working on it and we have ideas.
It's not very big, so we have to really keep track of what we have and get rid of lots of stuff.
So this is the most interesting room in the house. We really love this room. And there's a porthole right up here, and in the evening you can see the moonlight shining on the bed. It's just fabulous.